It happens all the time, but people don't get to see it. Everybody saw this. I saw this, and it really just sucked all the air out of it. My name is Leonard. I'm 73 years old, and I am the uncle of Duane.
My name is Duane. I am 49 years old, and I am Nigel's father.
My name is Nijel. I'm 16 years old, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
When I saw this happen with George Floyd, I started to have flashbacks about the things that were happening when I was growing up, when I was old enough to realize, what was happening. And I got extremely emotional. It started to take its toll. I'm sorry. And that's the problem I have now. I have that emotional thing that gets stirred in me because I've seen this all of my life. 73 years old, you say, wow.
My first reaction to it, just like you, Uncle, was I was in shock just because of that situation could potentially happen to me, you, or my dad, considering that you guys look exactly like him. It just made me very cautious and more aware of my surroundings to try and prevent being in those specific type of situations.
He and I have had the talk many times, the talk that every Black parent has with their children about what to do when you're approached by the police. I struggle with that because it just makes me wonder, how can you tell your son to cower down and submit and cover up and submit in a way that I think is unnecessary without filling him with rage?
That's a hard thing for me to see my nephew having that same conversation with his son. I never had it, because of the time that I grew up. You had your separate water fountain that you drink from. You had your front and your back door entrances. You had places where you weren't allowed to go because the laws were set in place to keep you out.
They teach a small portion of it in history class, but you have a better connection and you can understand better. Me personally, I can consider that my uncle had to go through it. And honestly, it wasn't really that long ago that all of this type of stuff was happening.
I've been a fire captain for the last 15 years. I've been called the N-word by people that I was there to help. And only now, since George Floyd, there are conversations that are going on.
I'm ready for change.
My generation is just a little bit more open to change because I know many of my personal white friends, they are all in, they're posting on their Instagram pages explaining the inequalities that are going on in this world.
White people are listening to us based on what they saw happen with Floyd. People are listening to you, and they're hearing the things that we've been saying for 400 years. We've been crying for freedom. We've been crying for justice because our lives do matter. I look at young people like Nijel. This is where the change is going to take place.
People are standing up to injustice and making change as far as legislation, with politics. It's going to take things like that, exercising our right to vote.
But I feel like as my generation, we just need to all come together.
I am hopeful. I hope that this movement continues. I hope that it doesn't let up until change comes.